What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we're still in the midst of free agency, and a team that went pretty crazy on day 2 of the legal tampering period. As I'm recording this, it's now the new league year, I believe. Cooper Kupp's been released, and Rodgers has been released just now. But obviously the Vikings went crazy on day 2, bringing in a lot of guys to build in the trenches. So just like the last 2 days where we did the Bears and the Patriots and talked about their free agency, we're doing the exact same thing here with Minnesota Vikings. So let's go ahead and jump in and do a Minnesota Vikings rebuild in Madden 25 after the first 2 days of the legal tampering period, and of course into today as I'm recording this as well. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall in that 85%, want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs, that would be greatly appreciated. So the Minnesota Vikings made quite a bit of moves yesterday in the day 2 of the legal tampering period. As we're recording this, the last thing that has happened is Kir Elam was sent to the Dallas Cowboys in a trade. So there's your context. If the Vikings do something else today, and unfortunately it's not talked about in this video, that is why you guys will not see this until, I believe today is Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. You guys won't see this until Thursday. But let's take a look at what the Vikings have done thus far. Let's start with just the re-signings, and then also another free agency addition that I had to get through a trade. But obviously Sam Darnold is no longer going to be the quarterback of the Vikings, which was very clear and obvious because, JJ McCarthy, they traded up to get him, and they feel like that JJ McCarthy could pretty much reciprocate what Sam Darnold did for them last year. Sam Darnold gets a payday over there in Seattle. Obviously, starting with the defense side of the football, they brought Byron Murphy back, which I think was extremely important. They did lose Cameron Bynum, unfortunately, but also the big addition was Jonathan Allen, who has been brought in to be a brand new D tackle for them. There was rumored interest, obviously, when the Commanders were trying to trade him, but a trade never materialized. So Jonathan Allen has now been brought in through free agency. And let's talk about the other 2 additions, of course, still awaiting, because those aren't the only additions. And then Aaron Jones was re-signed to, and their punter, and then Theo Jackson. But obviously, the other 2 is Ryan Kelly and Will Fry. So their O-line has been beefed up. Their D-line's been beefed up. And building the trenches has been kind of a theme lately in this offseason. So let's see if we get Ryan Kelly. So Ryan Kelly, unfortunately, does not sign with us, so I have to go trade for him now. But we will get him on the team. And outside of that, I don't think I'll be doing much else in free agency. I'm just going to go straight to the draft. Now, the Vikings do not have a ton of picks because of trading up for, I always forget, Dallas Turner, I believe is his name. I know they traded up for him. He wasn't that great his rookie season, unfortunately. But hopefully they're getting, maybe get a little bit better production out of him this year. So Dallas Turner, obviously. Yeah, that's who they traded up for. And then I think they also traded for JJ McCarthy. So not a ton of draft picks in this draft. We still have a first rounder, so as long as we can hit on that, we should be good. But once I get Ryan Kelly, we can go into the draft and take a look at what things are about to look like. So before we jump into the draft, this is what the lineup is looking like. Obviously, there's a few guys that are injured. So Brian O'Neill will flip to the other side once Christian Darrisaw is healthy. And then Brandel is fine at left guard for now unless we upgrade there. Or Ingram. Will Fries will be a healthy one too. Oliver, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones. Maybe the Vikings still draft a running back in this upcoming draft because Aaron Jones is, on the other side of 30. They signed him to a 2-year, $20 million deal, but I don't think that takes him out of maybe drafting running back. Although I will tell you, obviously they don't have many picks, so maybe they don't do that. So ignore what I just said. Jalen Naylor is a fine third receiver, so I don't think we'll worry about that too much. Defensively is where I think I'd like to add. I think if we can add because Dallas Turner is more of a pass rushing outside linebacker. Probably a corner more than anything. Corner should probably be our main priority in this draft. That's probably what we'll be looking for. So that's what we'll probably jump in and draft once we have our first round pick. Hopefully we can get Benjamin Morrison to fall into our laps or something along the lines of that. I'd be happy with that because I think corner becomes the #1 priority here. So we're picking at 24. Let's see who falls to us. And like I said, this is the only pick we're basically going to have. Barron goes before we're about to pick. But yeah, the Vikings pretty much mortgaged this draft for McCarthy and Dallas Turner last year. So we have Starks, and then I do see Benjamin Morrison. And to me, this is a no-brainer. I'm taking him round 1. We need a corner opposite of Byron Murphy, and this to me makes way too much sense. I think Gilmore was the corner last year. They could still sign someone in free agency, don't get me wrong, but to this point, they have not as I'm recording this. But yeah, I think other than that, we literally only have a 5th round pick. So that's all we're going to be able to do this offseason. So I'll see you guys with the lineup for year number 1. So here is the lineup for year number 1. Unfortunately, Christian Darrisaw still is not healthy at this point. He's out for 2 more weeks, but once he's healthy, that'll make our O-line look that much better. But you will have J.J. McCarthy under center for this season. Obviously, we did not address running back outside of just keeping Aaron Jones, but offensively, we didn't change much other than the O-line. Defensively, obviously, we added Benjamin Morrison to be opposite of Byron Murphy, which was necessary. I wouldn't have minded maybe taking in there, but to me, corner was the number 1 priority based off what we were dealing with. So we'll see how this season goes before I do much of anything. I just want to hope that this team can make the playoffs and McCarthy can, kind of produce what Sam Darnold did last year. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. We'll simulate year number 1, and we shall see how the team does. So at the end of year number 1, things went extremely well. We went 13-4. That almost could get you the bye, just like the Vikings almost got it in real life, obviously. But instead, it goes to the 49ers. So the 49ers are back, even after all the losses they've had. Obviously, that doesn't reflect in Madden, unfortunately. We won't have accurate rosters across the entire league until after the draft, unfortunately. That's just going to be the way it is. I wish Madden made it easier to have this file where you could just make everything happen and accurate, but unfortunately, there's just no easy way to do it, really. In 2K, there is. Madden, not so much. But let's take a look at the stats. So offensively, we're 16th in the NFL with J.J. McCarthy, which is good. And then I assume defensively, we're really good. And 20th. Okay, not too crazy, but 32-12 from J.J. McCarthy. 9 touchdowns, 200 yards from Aaron Jones, so still produced pretty well. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison both did their thing. More touchdowns for Addison, but Jefferson had 1,100 yards. Sacks-wise, Andrew Van Ginkel was amazing. 8.5 from Jonathan Allen right away. 7.5 from Grenard, 4 from Blake Cashman, 3 from Harrison Phillips, and then 2 from Ivan Pace, 2 from Jonathan Harris, and 1 from Han. I probably could have moved Phillips or Jonathan Allen to right end, but I forgot to do so. But it looks like things still went extremely well with both of them, so I guess I'll just leave it the way it is right now. So let's just go ahead and see if we can't win this playoff game going up against the Dallas Cowboys, who, like I said, just traded for Elam from the Bills. Doesn't seem like Bills fans are too upset with him leaving, but let's go ahead and see how we do against the Cowboys here. So Dak Prescott versus J.J. McCarthy. This will be J.J. McCarthy's first playoff game, so we'll see how this goes, and we will go up 7-0, start things off. They will respond with their own touchdown, and they get a pick on us, it looks like, and now they're going to go run away with this, aren't they? So it's 21-7. We really need a big play to get back in this game. So we get an interception from Byron Murphy, and we get a field goal out of it. I mean, we're technically not out of it. If we score here, it makes things interesting. Okay, we could still take the lead back. We'll have a second chance at it. Can J.J. McCarthy clutch up? He might have, and just like that, McCarthy had a game-winning drive in the wild card win over the Dallas Cowboys, which is quite amazing. So I love that. He threw 2 touchdowns in this game, but it was good enough to beat the Cowboys by 1 point. So let's go ahead and see who we're going to play in Divisional Weekend. So now we get the fellow division rivals going at it. The Chicago Bears, who obviously built up their O-line in this offseason. They also drafted Ashton Jeanty, it looked like, in this Madden sim. So we'll have to see how this goes. But the Commanders also just signed a former defensive lineman from the Bears, Eddie Goldman. I don't really know much about him, but we have a 7-7 game so far, and we will be down 14-7. We were down in the Cowboys game too, so it's not over until it's over. Okay, so this isn't looking great right now, but maybe McCarthy can clutch up again. We need a touchdown in this drive really badly. We get it. Do we get a stop on defense? We do. Do we get the same result as last time? We still have a chance to go take the lead. Do we do it? And oh my gosh, I thought we were about to do it to them. We're going to lose 20-14 in Divisional Weekend, but what happened there? So in the 4th quarter, on the last play of the game, pass thrown away. Man, you got to throw that into the end zone. We were at the Chicago 11-2. Damn. Or we on, yeah, it looks like, or maybe we're on the, I don't know. Not sure what happened, but unfortunately, we did not score to take the lead there at the end, which would have been amazing if we did. Unfortunately, we're going to the offseason building further, but we do know both playbooks will work going forward, which is great. So it's just a matter of building on what we just did. But J.J. McCarthy has proven he's a starting caliber quarterback in this league, which is what we wanted to see, and we got our answer. So now we're in this offseason with $48 million in cap space. So let's go ahead and see who needs to be re-signed here. So we have Jordan Addison, which is a 5th-year option. So definitely we'll take care of that. Jonathan Allen signed a long-term deal. So I actually can't remember what the deal was at the top of my head. I think it was $60 million, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks like I'm going to have to pay him more than that for him to stay. I don't even know if he's going to stay on this either. He does stay. So Jonathan Allen stays around. But I think it was 3 years, $60 million, if I'm not mistaken. So Metellus, Ivan Pace, Van Ginkel, we could probably let Van Ginkel go because we can finally let Dallas Turner be a starter if he's going to turn in anything. So we'll do that. We'll try to keep Josh Metellus, and he will stick around. And then we'll try to keep Ivan Pace as well, who's only 25 years old. That's going to be all of our money right here, though, but I don't care. So that's going to be done deal. Van Ginkel, I appreciate you, but you're probably going to have to walk. We don't really have the money to sign you back. So now Dallas Turner is going to get an opportunity to step up, opposite of Jonathan Grenard. That's not what I meant to do, so let's go out of this. Now go take a look at the lineup, what it's looking like after the resigning stage to see who needs to be upgraded and what we need to do. So $14 million in cap space. Someone may have retired on us, maybe, so we'll have to see what this is looking like. But offensive line is looking good, obviously outside of, well, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe a left guard upgrade would be necessary, but I don't even know if we'll have the assets to take care of that. Hawkinson is superstar X Factor now, which is great. Aaron Jones has regressed, which is not too surprising. And then defensively, we have, I mean, still kind of holes at those end spots. That was kind of what we were worried about. And then Blackman actually ended up being a good third corner. Harrison Smith is older, but he is still playing at this point. I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet on us. So not a ton of money to work with. Let's go see what we can do as far as maybe freeing up some money somewhere. Maybe a restructure could be taken care of. Maybe we can cut somebody. Oh, man. Harrison Smith. I know he's a long-time Viking, but saving $23 million right now does sound pretty good. I won't lie to you. So I do think Harrison Smith, as much as he has superstar X Factor, I think freeing up $23 million is just too good to pass up. I apologize, Harrison Smith. I know, like I said, you're a long-term Viking. We can restructure maybe one of these contracts if we want. Addison, we just got. I'm going to restructure Jefferson's, and that's it. We'll only restructure one. That will have as much cap space as possible to attack this free agency period. So $52 million in cap space. That should give us the ability to go after maybe a wide receiver 3, maybe a guard. We'll have to get a free safety now, and then a running back, which we could potentially draft. So, and then on the defensive side of the ball, we need some ends, and we need a free safety, as I mentioned. So let's go see what we can get in free agency with this $50 million to our name. We're making 4 offers in free agency here. One on Iquanu to be a left guard. We'll move him in if we can. He's only 25 years old. Should develop extremely well there. Daxton Hill to be our third quarter. Raymond McLeod to be our third wide receiver. And Malcolm Kuntz to be just an end starter. But we don't have a lot of end options, not going to lie to you. So Iquanu, Raymond McLeod, and Kuntz will sign. If Dax Hill doesn't sign, it's not going to hurt my feelings. So we'll see if he does. And he doesn't. Whatever. So we have Blackman still. I'm totally fine with that. So we'll move Iquanu to left guard to start there. That's why I brought him in the first place. We can still make a trade as well. We can still be aggressive for a starting free safety if we feel the need to be. I know in the last video, I believe I traded for, or one of the last videos, I traded for Antoine Winfield. I'm not opposed to doing something like that again. Probably won't go for him exactly. Or we can maybe get lucky and Caleb Downs falls to us because sometimes he does in this draft for whatever reason. But Iquanu is going to be a solid start at that left guard. So our O-line should look incredible now, which is great. So this O-line should be really good. And whatever running back we draft should be able to have as much luck as possible, or as much looks or good looks as possible. And then defensively, free safety still, and then Malcolm Kuntz, and we definitely need another end here. We could move Jonathan Allen over too if we wanted to, but we'll jump into the draft and we'll see. How many draft picks do we have? I don't even know if we have a full slate of draft picks, but let's take a look to see. Because if we do, I think I might go ahead and trade for a free safety right now. So I guess that's not the way to look at my draft picks. Here we go. Draft picks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So pretty much have everything we need here. So let's go see if we can't address the free safety before we jump into the draft. So let's see if we can get Brandon Jones from the Denver Broncos. 86 overall, superstar dev, and 28 years old. So let's see what they say to a third rounder. Not even close. Okay, what about a second? Does that make things a little bit better? And okay, it's getting closer. I'll give you a 4th as well, and also another 4th. So 2 4s for Brandon Jones. This might get a little steep. Let's say we do a 5th in this draft and a 5th next year too. This is a little deep on draft capital. And then I'll throw a 7th in here, or 6th. Okay, hold on, hold the phone. This is way too many draft picks. So let's back away from this. Brandon Jones is not gettable. That's fine. Let's move on to something else because that is just way too many draft picks to be throwing in. Xavier Watts, Nick Cross. Again, we could just draft our free safety also if we wanted to. Javon Holland, who went to the Giants in real life. Jesse Bates would be a 1st-round pick guaranteed. But he would be intriguing to bring in, but that would be like all of our money taken down. Nick Emanuori, I think is how you say it. So maybe we don't get a free safety. I don't think the Lions would give us Kirby Joseph, Bowler, Jabril Peppers, Morig, who signed with the Panthers in real life. Actually, don't hate the idea of that. Marcus Williams, who got cut, I believe, in real life, and Julian Love from the Seahawks. So let's see if the Rams would, or not Rams, sorry, the Raiders would be willing to give us Trayvon Morig. Let's start the bidding at a 3rd rounder again. He's not even on the Raiders in real life. Like I mentioned, he went to the Panthers this offseason. And no. You know what? Let's just draft our free safety because clearly these trades are not working. So I'll just see y'all in the draft. Picking at number 26. So fingers crossed Caleb Downs finds his way to fall to me. Sometimes he does. It's really weird. Did he get taken or is he still available? Why does this happen sometimes? And I can't pass on the talent. I don't think he was taken unless if I'm just not seeing his name. But if he's still available, I mean, he's exactly what we were looking for. And he's still here. I don't get it. I do not understand why sometimes he just falls in this draft. Sometimes he goes number 1 overall, and other times he just falls. But I'm not complaining. It's exactly what we were looking for. I was trying to trade for one, and then we get killed. I'm so glad all those teams declined my trade, because if I would have gotten a free safety and then he had fallen to my lap, I would have been kind of upset. So that is a done deal. We got our free safety address, which is awesome. Now, I need to look at running back too, but I do want to draft an end as well who fits into this scheme. So we have Zachariah Branch. So immediately I'm looking at this guy, and I really like the idea of, I don't know how to say his name, but I know he can be really good. So I'm going to take him to be a starter immediately for us. That's going to increase our D-line potential. So I like that. And now, last but certainly not least, let's go to round 3. And I'm hoping to land another running back behind Aaron Jones, because I don't think we can just rely on Aaron Jones to get it done this year. So Baxter would have went, or Baxter went, which would have been awesome, but unfortunately did not fall to us. All right, so running back talent, is there anybody? I'm not sure if I see anything about now. So we got Amari Daniels, Jamar Miller, Branson Robinson. Oh, I don't know if I like any of these guys. Any of these guys got fast speed, good speed. I don't know. I'm not sure I like any of these options, not gonna lie to you. Jim Miller, I know Jam Miller is interesting. Do we take him though? Speed is great. I guess we'll take Jam Miller here. So that will be our draft pick. Not great. Hidden Dev, 93 speed. So welcome to the Vikings. Not really sure what your role will be, but we should have a Super Bowl type contending team, in my opinion, especially with the addition of Caleb Downs after losing our starting free safety and Harrison Smith. So I think it is a great opportunity to go win a Super Bowl in year 2. I definitely think that's in the realm of possibilities. So taking a look at this lineup for year number 2, after going 13-4, making divisional round last year, we have this going on offense. We also have Evan Stewart drafted to us, which is awesome. So Jam Miller, 70 overall, so he'll probably take over next year, but this is Aaron Jones' backfield still. We'd love if we had an upgrade there, but what can you do? So Caleb Downs obviously added Coons, and I don't know how to say his name, but a Debware maybe, Benjamin Morrison, Byron Murphy, Blackman, and Metella. So all this looks really good still. So offensively, I'm going to leave things the way it was because it went really well. But can we change this maybe to a better scheme fit? Base 3-4 goes up barely, not by much. I guess we'll change it there just in case. But all right, let's simulate year 2. Expectation, once again, is being a playoff team and actually a contender. 13-4 last year. So if we can repeat that and obviously get in, that would be excellent. Maybe even getting the bye would be awesome, but we'll see how it goes. So at the end of year 2, we literally repeat a 13-4 season, and I assume this time we actually secured the number 1 seed, and we did. So we got the first seed this time. Last time it went to a different team. This time it goes to us. So we get to sit back and relax in wildcard weekend. Justin Jefferson had 22 touchdowns, which is exactly what I'm talking about. So let's take a look. Offensively, 20-30 NFL, but I mean, I feel like we were pretty good on offense. Defensively, we were much better, so that's fantastic. 42-7 from J.J. McCarthy. 3 touchdowns, 800 yards from Aaron Jones. I mean, 1,400 yards and 22 touchdowns from Justin Jefferson tells me our offense was pretty good, but I guess it was only 23rd, which is kind of interesting. Sacks-wise, we had 8 from our rookie right away, 5.5 from our free agency addition, 4 from Jonathan Allen, 3.5 from Grenard, 1.5 from Ivan Pace, and then, fortunately, Dallas Turner just still not good. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was starting for us this year, was he not? Don't know what happened there, but the man has just not been very good for the Vikings, so hopefully he turns up in year 2 for them in real life. But with that all being said, we get to sit back, relax wildcard weekend, and we shall see who we're going to play in divisional round. So hopefully it's somewhat of a bad team. We can have an easy path. Okay, no. So it's the Packers, which I wouldn't call them bad. They might get Cooper Kupp in real life. Potentially, we'll see. But all right, let's jump in and see if we can't take down our fellow division rival, and let's get to the NFC Championship. We got some breaking news. Russell Wilson is scheduled to meet with the Browns and the Giants in free agency, so that should be interesting. But we got the divisional weekend ahead of us here against our fellow division rival, the Green Bay Packers. So they will get stopped to start things off on a 4th down, it looks like, and we will go up 7-0, and they respond with their own touchdown. But we score again, 14-7. Green Bay almost scored, but they settled for a field goal. And we will go up 20-10, and now they will make it 17-20. Can we continue with a foot on the pedal? 17-27, get a stop on defense, and it looks as if we're headed to the NFC Championship. So we lost the divisional weekend last year. This time we take care of business, beating our failed division rival, the Packers, in the divisional weekend. So let's go see who's awaiting us in the NFC Championship. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. But it would be interesting to see if we played somebody else. So to the surprise of absolutely no one, it is in fact the Philadelphia Eagles. And of course, as I'm recording this, Javon Hargrave has signed a new deal, and that is with the Minnesota Vikings. So 2-year, $30 million contracts. Unfortunately, obviously Hargrave was not represented in this video. That's because it happened as we were recording it. So we start with the football here, and they go up 7-0 after we threw an interception. But now it's 10-6, but we'll take the lead 10-13. Our offense has been moving as long as we get another. Okay, it's 10-16, and they will take the lead 17-16. Can we go score 17-19? Very weird score so far, but it's actually 19-17 right now with 3 minutes left. If we can hang on to this ball and never let the Eagles touch the ball again, Evan Ingram's going to the Broncos. But yeah, if the Eagles never touch the ball here, we could. Oh my goodness, bro. If 53 holds his block, that maybe could have went for quite a bit. But we got to make sure we don't give the ball back to the Eagles here, and then we can take the lead in this game and run away with it. So I think, oh my goodness, that was actually nasty. That was like thrown with anticipation, and that like worked out so well. I threw that way before he came out of his break, but it was still right on target. All right, so that worked out well. Let's see if we can get them off some play action, see if they're not expecting some play action here. I'm going to go to Addison, and we're downfield now, and now we can maybe put this away with a touchdown. So this drive is going well. We're going to be at the 2-minute warning here in just a second, but let's see. We have Jefferson on a crosser. Addison could be, oh my. That just happened. Of course it did. All right, so now, oh wow, our defense got a stop though. Okay, well, they're gonna have to burn their timeouts, and they will not. Okay, so that was almost a disaster, but thankfully my defense stopped them on 4th down, and we got the ball back immediately. We're headed to the Super Bowl after all that. That was very dramatic, but thankfully it didn't matter, and we'll be headed to the Super Bowl. And now for the Super Bowl, going up against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, per usual. So let's see if we can't come out here and complete this video with a trophy as we go down 7-0, and we will get a field goal. Okay, I don't know if field goal is going to be good enough against the Chiefs. Another one. It's 17-6. There's 52 seconds left in this second quarter. So I'm not going to trust my offense get a touchdown in this amount of time, but I'm going to trust myself to hopefully go get a touchdown before this half is over, because if we can do that, we're right back in the game. So I'm going to throw Addison on a go route and see what it comes up or comes away with that. But we'll just take the underneath, I guess, to Ray McLeod. Not much there, but let's only 46 yards for McCarthy in the first half, so not great. Bingo cross. After this, we'll have to start to burn our timeouts, but I'm hoping oh my gosh, I got to get rid of that. So 3rd and 1, 26 seconds left. We need a first down, so let me just get the first down really quickly before. So hopefully McCarthy or even maybe Ray McLeod just goes downfield and is wide open. But instead, oh my gosh. Actually, he is there. He was kind of there. The safety could have made a play on that potentially, but I don't care. I'm going for this, man. 22. We need a score here if we're going to get back in this game. So let's see if they just leave Jefferson wide open. He is open for the first down and more. So we'll get out of bounds and save all 3 of our timeouts. That was really needed. The worst way possible. Play action probably isn't the move at this point, obviously, with the time running out. All right, well, let's go to flood here. And man, Raymond McLeod could have potentially been an open touchdown had I seen that earlier. But all right, let's see. I'm gonna go to this. Oh my gosh, 2nd and 10. I don't know if Evans would have made the play on that anyway, but could have been an interesting one had he been able to have an accurate football thrown. But Addison, Jefferson, both going the same direction. Let's see if they leave one of them open. I'm going to go to Hawkins Socks, and he's going to be one-on-one, I think, with McDuffie. And Hawkinson is going to make the play. We needed that in the worst way possible. And now let's see if we can't start off hot in the 3rd quarter. And we'll take, no, we won't take the lead. Okay, can we score again? No, 24-16. Can we score here? Yes, 24-24, but the Chiefs will maybe put this game, or it's 4th and 5, so we're gonna have to kick it right now. So we're gonna have a chance to respond with very little time left, unless if we block this, which I've been able to time it before. Oh my goodness, I blocked it. Okay, 13 seconds left, 1st and 10. We have the opportunity to maybe win this game on a crazy play. I am going to try to win this game on a walk-off touchdown, but they don't get to make this game over in regulation. I don't know why it's so easy for me to block the field goal. It must be easy for everybody because I'm able to do it. I'm going to go to Jefferson, and Jefferson is going to make the play on it. I believe in him. Jefferson, no, 6 seconds left. Okay. Man, what if we also could have maybe tried to draw a pass interference there, but man, this is pretty wild. So Mahomes is sweating on the sideline right now. I don't blame him, but let's see if they allow anybody to. Oh my goodness, he is open this time. Just be a good football, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we could have maybe yacked that to the end zone there. That would have been wild. Ah, damn, that sucks. Okay, so we're going to overtime. Thankfully for that blocked field goal, but man, that could have been it. Tails never fails, and the Chiefs will pick. We've won the toss, so we will kick and let them score first if they can, that is. So hopefully our defense can get a stop so we can kind of know what we're doing. We get in on offense. So let's see what the defense is able to do. And the defense gets a stop. So all we need is a field goal. That is it. That's all we're looking for. We can win the Super Bowl. All right. Let's hand this off to Aaron Jones to start this drive. And let's get in the, oh my goodness, open field. Not going to, you know, break it to the house, which would have been wild if we were able to. But that was a great start to this drive, obviously. Let's play action them now. And let's see if they leave Addison just open on this corner route. Maybe could have thrown it, but maybe shouldn't have. Oh my goodness, the blocks are there. Okay, a fumble would have been pretty disastrous there, but we're already in field goal range. The Broncos, by the way, are having an incredible offseason. That is definitely a video coming soon as well. But we're already in field goal range. Just give me... Oh, my goodness. The blocks have been amazing. O-line has been blocking their ass off on this drive. Let's keep this up. All right, we're going to run this again with Aaron Jones. He's getting quite a bit of yards. Let's cut this the outside. Maybe it was not the right move. If I had somebody faster than that, maybe could have broken that away. But I think we just run this a few times, or do we go for the touchdown? I mean, let's play action them again. Let's see what they do with this. So let's see. This time, nothing's there. So we're just gonna have to run this again. Give me a block, Jefferson, and we'll get out of bounds. We gambled too much last time, so we're on the 13. So this should be touchdown territory at this point, or we settle for the field goal inside the 20, which either way, we're gonna zone fake. We're gonna fake the jet, and we're gonna run it inside. Very slow developing play, but it still gains like 5 yards. So we'll take that 6-yard gain, 7-yard line. And now we're going to start to, let's stretch this to the left. And let's see if Aaron Jones can just get this into the end zone. Do we hold the blocks on the outside to get this game over with? Let's see. We're going to stretch this. The blocks are there. I think we'll get close to a first down. On our own 4. I'm going to stretch this again. No matter what, we settle for the field goal if we don't get a first down here. But first down incoming into the end zone. And that is a touchdown. We're going to be Super Bowl champions with the Vikings here. So let's freaking go. What a great way to end that off, man. Oh my goodness. If it wasn't for that blocked field goal, we could have been in so much trouble there. Could have won in regulation had there been some more accurate footballs thrown downfield. But I will take that, obviously, any time of the day. So thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it as always. I'll see y'all in the next video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.